Hi everyone, I'm Amelia and today I want to talk about open source. What is open source? Open source as a development model promotes universal access via an open source or free license to a product's design or blueprint and universal redistribution of that design or blueprint, including subsequent improvements to it by anyone. Open source software is the most prominent example of open source development. Applications of open source: computer software, electronics, digital content, medicine, science and engineering are all applications of open source. Next, I will give some examples of open source software. The first one is Linux. Linux is a widely used open source operating system for small and large scale computer systems, originally created by Linus Torvalds for the community. By the community, Linux strives to be the central source for informed, reasonable, and intelligent Linux information, software documentation, and answers across the server, desktop, network, mobile, and embedded areas. Android is an open source software stack for mobile devices that includes an operating system, middleware, and key applications. Android's mobile operating system is being led by Google and is based upon a modified version of Linux kernel. Jenkins is a award-winning application that monitors executions of repeated jobs, such as building a software project or jobs run by cron. Among those things, current Jenkins focuses on the following two jobs: building or testing software projects continuously and monitoring executions of external run jobs. Moodle is an open source course management system, also known as a learning management system or a virtual learning environment. It's a free web application that educators can use to create effective online learning sites. Moodle has become very popular among educators around the world as a tool for creating online dynamic websites for their students. So, what kind of license is needed to use open source software? The license provides the right to have source code, change the source code, run and distribute the program. When modifying open source software, you must agree to provide others the same rights over the alterations you perform to the code. Some licenses prohibit users from putting all or part of the open source code into licensed software, the rationale being that vendors should not profit from the community's work. Next, I will tell some advantages and disadvantages of open source. First, advantages. The first one is it's generally free. It has been estimated that open source software connectively saves businesses 60 billion a year. These days, or virtually every paid-for software system you will find an open source version. Secondly, it's continually evolving in real time as developers add to it and modify it, which means it can be better quality and more secure and less prone to bugs than proprietary systems, because it has so many users poring over it and weeding out problems. Thirdly, using open source software also means you are not locked into using a particular vendor's system that only work with your other systems. You can also modify and adapt open source software for your own business requirements, something that is not possible with proprietary systems. Besides, there are also a lot of disadvantages. The first one is because there's no requirement to create a commercial product that will sell and generate money. Open source software can tend to involve more in line with developers' wishes than the needs of the end user. Secondly, for the same reason, they can be also less user-friendly and not as easy to use because less attention is paid to developing the user interface. Thirdly, there are also be less support available for when things go wrong. Open source software tends to rely on its community of users to respond to and fix problems. Last but not least, I want to talk about the future open source. When it comes to software development, it will be increasingly difficult to integrate, develop, and extend closed source software and extremely costly compared to open source alternatives. Companies have come to understand the importance of open source and the key role it plays in developing innovative software today. Open source has long since proved its legitimacy, and the use of open source has changed the way that companies compete. It's very difficult for companies to develop innovative software without it, and companies now understand the rapid, progressive development it enables. As industries and technologies continue to evolve at a faster pace, closed source companies will be dead in the water if they aren't leading the open source community and the projects they are working. So thank you for your listening.